The T-joint is a very common woodworking joint. It is strong and easy to make. You can use a T-joint to join wood in the shape of a T. Many woodworking projects use the T-joint. T-joints are useful for building furniture. They can also be used for making shelves. You can make a T-joint with just a few tools. This essay will teach you how to make a T-joint. This guide will help you make strong T-joints. You will learn how to measure and cut the wood. You will also learn how to fit the pieces together. With a little practice, you can make perfect T-joints every time. Before you can make a T-joint, you need to prepare your wood. First, you will need 2 pieces of wood. The first piece of wood is for the top of the T. The second piece of wood is for the leg of the T. Make sure your wood is the correct size. Use a saw to cut the wood to the length you need. You can use a handsaw or a power saw. Next, you need to make the wood smooth. Use a plane to smooth the wood. A plane is a tool that shaves off thin layers of wood. Make sure the wood is smooth and flat. Now you are ready to cut the joint. To make a T-joint, you need to cut a slot in one piece of wood. This slot is called a dado. The other piece of wood will fit into the dado. Use a marking gauge to mark the dado. A marking gauge is a tool that helps you draw straight lines. Make sure the dado is the correct width. It should be the same width as the thickness of the other piece of wood. Use a saw to cut the dado. Cut carefully. You want the dado to be the same depth as the width of the other piece of wood. Use a chisel to clean up the dado. A chisel is a tool that helps you remove small pieces of wood. Now it is time to put the joint together. Put glue on the edges of the dado. Then, slide the other piece of wood into the dado. Make sure the 2 pieces of wood are flush. Use clamps to hold the joint together while the glue dries. Clamps are tools that hold things together tightly. Once the glue is dry, remove the clamps. You have now made a T-joint. You can sand the joint to make it smooth. You can also paint or stain the joint. Now you can use your T-joint to build something amazing.